how excited it is to feel the thrills of an action movie. And if it includes a punch of comedy, then it just becomes an icing on the cake. Welcome to the Movie Medic, and in this video, we're gonna look at the top 10 action comedy movies, so watch the video till the end. Number 10, The Interview. Surely it's not just an action comedy, but more of a political comedy. It's funny and exciting.
Hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because we anus? The does an anus have to do with
They
this?
hate us because they ain't us.
It follows the story of two friends who run their own talk show, but when they land an interview with the North Korean dictator, they get recruited by the CIA to assassinate him.
Not going to shoot him, there's not going to be a bulletproof vest, and nobody is going to know that you had anything to do with this.
The performances by the leading duo, Franco and Rogan, makes it even more fun to watch. The chemistry between the lead actors is definitely worth praising. The film isn't just funny because of the funny one-liners, but the seriously funny situations that it has. If you haven't seen it, then you should give it a try.
I am a terrible person.
No, you're not. You're the best person. You were about to have sex with me. That's like the best thing someone could do.
Number 9, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Well, the movie is everything that a reboot should be. Where the first one was more focused on the creatures from the game coming to the real world, whereas this one shows how the world inside the game would have been.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who is she?
Who are you guys? Huh?
Okay, what the hell?
It follows the story of 4 teenagers who get trapped into a magical video game, and the only way out is to work together and finish the game. The performances by the whole cast are great, especially Kevin Hart's goofiness puts icing on the cake. Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart make a great duo, and as always, they never fail to impress the audience with their silliness together.
Oh, yes. Boomerang. It's one of my strengths.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Kill him, I guess.
You gonna kill him with that?
You got a better idea? I'll punch it.
Number 8, Last Action Hero. One of the greatest Schwarzenegger's films in the comedic genre. It's a fantasy, action, comedy, or in short, it's basically a spoof of the modern fantasy films.
I wrote it, sorry. I thought I was gonna die.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you're gonna live to enjoy all the glorious fruits life has to offer.
It follows the story of a boy who magically gets transported into a fictional world of his favorite action movie character. The plot is creative, the characters are likable, especially Schwarzenegger's character who knows nothing except shooting people. The action sequences are still very exciting, and literally the comedy is on point, meaning it's hilarious.
This is a movie set. That's how the scenery changed, right?
Fasten your seatbelt, please.
And still, it has one of the greatest fourth wall breaking moments.
Or you and Toto can go back to the land of Oz. Questions?
Yeah. 2 of them.
Number 7, Hobbs and Shaw. The movie is pure adrenaline rush. From opening to the very end, all the physics-defying action sequences pump up the enthusiasm to its limit.
If you ever talk about my mother, I'll put your head through that wall. Secondly, I'll have this job done while you're still putting on your baby oil. Good luck, Slick.
It follows the story of 2 not-so-friends who get assigned to stop cybergenetically enhanced villain threatening the future of humanity. It's not like every sequence in it has comedy, but it has its moments of funniness, even in serious situations. The action sequences are filmed very well, it's exciting, funny, and just everything someone would want from an action comedy.
So now, hey, cut it out. Both of y'all cut it out.
Oh, see? You woke up the air marshal.
You woke the air marshal. How did you know I was the air marshal?
Unaccompanied.
Lay boarding the plane.
Aisle seat.
Gold shirt.
Number 6, Pineapple Express. Take some violence and comedy, put them in a blender, and that's how you make Pineapple Express.
Look, I didn't want to hit you, man.
Shut the up!
Rogan and Franco are ridiculously hilarious together, as always, and the chemistry between the duo, well, you gotta see it to fully embrace it.
Stop! Stop it! Stop it! He's with me! He's with me!
Dad, put the gun down!
Put down the gun!
It follows the hilarious story of a process server and his drug dealer, who wind up on a run from a hitman and a corrupt police officer after the process server witnesses his dealer's boss murder a competitor.
I witnessed a murder, okay? I saw someone murder someone else, and I think they've been following me.
Throughout the whole runtime, the film never loses its plot. It has some high action with high humor. If you're really into some stupid comedy, then this one is just for you.
Thank you so much for believing me, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, I tell you this, I bet I get to the bottom of it. I take this badge off and get to the bottom of it. I don't work for the law. The law works for me. I promise you, I've been smelling something in this department for a long time.
Number 5, Tango and Cash. Imagine something that completely defines the 80s cinema, from epic explosions to the greatest one-liners. That's what Tango and Cash is.
This whole thing sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit.
It follows the story of 2 completely mismatched LAPD crime-fighting duo who get framed by a ruthless drug lord.
I want to get killed by an American!
It keeps a perfect balance between action and comedy. where Stallone's character Tango is more focused on the serious stuff, while Russell's character Cash does all the comedic stuff. The action is on top, so is the comedy. If you haven't seen it yet, then you should.
Why? Day and month. It's not that tough, right?
Do my horoscope?
No, you don't have to give me the year. You have to embarrass yourself. When were you born?
Me.
February. I got seniority. I'll make the statement.
Number 4. The Hitman's Bodyguard. A great film that neither takes itself too seriously nor let anyone to get serious. Great story, great characters, and a lot of silliness.
Do you know what happens when a AAA-rated executive protection agent loses a client? AAA.
It follows the story of world's best bodyguard, who gets a new client, a hitman. Now, Samuel L. Jackson as an ill-tempered, reckless shooting contract killer, and Ryan Reynolds as his protector. We don't think we have to say anything more about this. You can figure out the rest.
I got this! I got this!
There's more than one.
Perfect deduction, Sherlock.
The leading duo showed a great on-screen chemistry. The film is surely way better than its average rating. It stays on the plot and never loses it throughout the entire time.
You don't even understand how 21st century technology works. I mean, how have you stayed alive this long?
Number 3. Bad Boys movie series. A series that sets a new standard for most of the buddy cop movies that came after it or is still to come.
Can you stay focused? What are you talking about? I'm focused. Yeah, focused on all this scattered around here. Let's do what we came to do.
Bad Boys movie series consists of 3 films, where the original or the first one focuses more on comedy, second one focuses more on action than comedy, while the final one focuses entirely on the action side than comedy. But that doesn't mean that the sequels are not funny as the original.
I'm not understanding. I really don't. Shut up! I mean, do you just attract violent people? Take it easy.
Guns, blood, drugs, action and comedy. That's what Bad Boys movie series is. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence play as the mismatched best friends with great chemistry. Everyone has done their job perfectly, but Martin Lawrence steals the show as always.
Tell him something, Joe! Tell him again, Joe. I don't want you to get... I'll tell you where he's at.
Number 2. Big Trouble in Little China. Simply a great cult classic. It has everything. It has humor, great kung fu, great special effects for that time in the 80s, and most importantly, it never takes itself seriously, so neither should you.
Do you have a gun, I hope?
I have a knife.
A knife? This guy's 12 feet tall!
7. Hey, don't worry. I can handle him.
It's a story of a rough and tough trucker who helps to rescue his friend's fiancée from an ancient wizard in supernatural battle beneath Chinatown.
So how long you been in the US of A?
3 months.
Where from?
Hong Kong.
Action, suspense, martial arts, and some cheesy dialogues altogether creates this wonderful masterpiece. Talk about the performances, Kurt Russell is the guy who always steals the show, and he does the same here.
Boy, you know, I wish these were in color, because what I really am sort of in the mood for is a girl with green eyes. And price is no object, Mrs. O'Toole.
Before we see what we have at number 1, here are some admirable mentions.
Me too, then. You son of a... Guys! Stop! Shut up, baby dunk.
He wasn't exactly forthcoming when he shot me out the window.
Not to mention the fact that my apartment smells like a cow barn because of all your leather jackets. And what is this, huh? You're a grown-ass man. Open a checking account. Your name is Shaft, not Chase.
I mean, I brushed my teeth retarded. I rode bus retarded.
Damn.
In a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
To be a moron.
You know it's a $10 fine for jaywalking in Los Angeles?
Shut up. What I want to know is, are you working on anything having to do with Jonathan Mardukas?
Never heard of him.
Well, I believe you had heard of him.
We publish content like this every week, so if you're really into movies, then you should consider subscribing to our channel. And if you're really enjoying what you're watching, then don't forget to like this video. Number 1. Deadpool. One of the greatest anti-hero film series to be ever made. It's funny, entertaining, and refreshing. One thing that the film is great at is definitely the storytelling.
Wait! You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed.
It follows the story of Wade Wilson, played by the humorous actor Ryan Reynolds. Coming back to the story, Wade Wilson once was a special forces operative who turns mercenary after being subjected to an experiment which causes him to gain supernatural powers.
I'm touching myself tonight.
The film is high on action and a lot of comedy, whether it's the visual comedy or the funny one-liners soaked with a lot of sarcasm.
Shot! Oh, your poor wife!
You really should stop.
Oh,
You just can't compare the performances because everyone have done their job impeccably. Another thing that the film is great at is the casting. Everyone fits perfectly the character they portray. It's no doubt a must-watch. Do you think we put any wrong film in this list? Mention it in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions or any objections, feel free to share with us. Till then, check out this awesome clip from the Movie Medic.